the channel, things get spooky with April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Universal Monsters NECA Ninja Turtle crossover figure in April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. But remember, for all your Universal Monster NECA crossover event figures to hit up Entertainment Earth, use the link in the description below to save 10% on all in-stock items. And of course, anything over $39 does ship free. You got to get a deal all day long. Of course, these are also hitting Target stores as part of their fall collector event. So be on the lookout on your end caps at Target if you're looking for this figure as well. We're going to do this review like we do all the reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So without further ado, there it is. Very cool packaging like all the other ones. And of course, we've unboxed a bunch of these on the channel already. Hunchback, of course. Raphael as the Frankenstein. Leo as Hunchback. And Mikey as the Mummy. So this is our fourth go around here. Very, very cool packaging here. I love that lightning bolt color. Reminds me of the old, was it Fleer Ultra Scoring Kings cards back in the day? Oh, I love that set. I remember I had the Jordan. That was the heavy hitter of the set. But you got Bride of Frankenstein, April O'Neil. You got the classic logos right there. Kind of the same thing going on the side. Almost VHS style inspired a little bit there. And then on the side, you got the rest of the 4-pack we mentioned. And on the top, you got a little action there. Nothing too fun on the bottom. And then the back is really, really cool. I always enjoy the backs of these. Very kind of grindhouse-esque, I guess you would say. But let's see what it says back here. The shocking tale of April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. Witness all the gruesome journalism. Warning, the monster demands a reporter. Ripped from the deadlines. Hair-raising horror. Breaking news. She's alive and electrified. So there you go. Very cool there. And then, of course, you get the classic window box packaging we're so accustomed to with all NECA figures, outside of the Turtle 2-packs, really. But a few don't. But there it is. Looks really good there. And, of course, we're going to slide it out of the top of the package here. We got to get down to business here. We got to get her out. This will be an interesting one. I got to be honest. This is probably, out of the ones we've been announced, the one I'm looking forward to the least amount. I don't know. It just doesn't seem too crazy, too different here. But we'll see. We'll see what happens once we get into it. But there's old April O'Neil in the plastic prison. Lots of accessories. A lot of stuff going on here. And as usual with these NECA figures, I'm going to take it offline, get all these twist ties off, and we'll be back talking April O'Neil, Bride of Frankenstein. All right, we're out of the pack. It's time to get down to business. Full April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein. And let's start it off, as usual, with the old accessories here. Now, we do get 2 extra hands with her. She does have 2 open hands that look really good, of course. But you need the gripping hands for these accessories, of course. So you do have that, a little wrapping on the hands, a very much blue tint to her here. She's very, very blue, baby blue color to the skin, and the skin tone, of course, matches the body with the hands. So we get 2 hands there. Then we get down to a few other accessories. Now we got a spider, which is a very cool, just plain Jane accessory. Now this is really cool because guess what? You could use this accessory with your Spider-Man Marvel Legends, having this biting Peter Parker in your figure photography. You can put this with wrestling. You can put this with anything. And that's the cool thing about a lot of these NECA accessories and other line accessories as well. If you're real creative, you can move these things around. But cool to get a spider in the set here. And you got a spider? Well, how about a rat? Is this supposed to be Splinter? I don't think so. But you can tell it is kind of a Dr. Frankenstein type thing. He's been doing his experiments. Well, he did it on this rat and grew an ear on the side of it. Very interesting. I don't understand why whenever these scientists grow ears and stuff on these rats and gerbils and hamsters, why they always put them on the side. I guess it makes the most sense. There's not a lot of room on a gerbil, so I don't know. But very interesting. A very mean, angry rat here. He's got red eyes and a mean face with his teeth showing there. But an interesting accessory. Really build out that diorama if you want to with that. So we have that one, and then I guess keeping it in the rat family, we do have her purse. So, of course, April knows all about her purse. But it looks like one of the rats. There we go. So we do get the purse. I thought it was connected, but they are separate. So we'll do them separate here. But we do get a purse. Nice metal chain, metal-like chain going on here. So it does make it feel a little bit monster-ish. If it was just a leather strap like a normal purse, wouldn't quite feel the same. I do like the lock there, the old locket on the bottom. And then you got a bone sticking out the side. So really giving it the gruesome feel here. And a nice dirty wash throughout and rivets and stitching and things like that. making this look like Bride of Frankenstein. But then we do get another rat, so we got an ear on that one. Hey, we get an eye on this one, so keep the eye on the old rat here. I love how the eye is kind of off-centered, like it's looking over to the side. Gives it that extra creepy touch is what that gives it. So 2 rats and a spider, man, it's giving us all kinds of stuff here. Then we do get a sigh, a very electric sigh like we saw with Raphael. Getting the most out of your molds once again, just like the Frankenstein Raphael sigh, except this is in a darker gray on the bottom where the other one was just one color. So you do know the difference between these. So we get that there. That's pretty cool. But then we're not done. We get the WTRI. This is like an old-timey microphone. Reminds me of, was it WSM? Is that what it is, out of Memphis and stuff? Oh, the old Marty Stewart show. Love the old Marty Stewart show. But very cool. It's very journalistic, reporter type thing, but also like an electric stick and stuff. It almost looks like a bow staff too, with the wrapping here on the stick. Just really, really cool. A lot of detail to this, and I'm going to have to display her holding this. I think it's the way to go. But it's got that very cool old-timey microphone, which really does fit the whole aesthetics of the whole piece here. So very, very cool. Different colors on this as well. A nice accessory piece. And then we get an extra head. So let's look at these 2 heads first, and we'll start breaking down this figure. Now, the head that comes on her is very plain Jane, almost like a good guy's smiling head. Not smiling, but just a good guy head. It looks like April, hey, she's a good friend. She'd be really nice. Nothing scary, nothing evil about it. And then this head, you get just a little bit of a smile. So I don't know if these 2 heads are different enough from each other in the face. I would have liked to seen an angry face or a frowning face or a shocked face. You know, a shocked face would have been good, like like this with the hair going crazy. I think that would have been the better look between these 2 heads. Maybe that's just me, but not a ton of differences between these 2. But I think I would probably keep her with this one, just the kind of stoic head. I think that makes the most sense for this one. But looking at this figure here, it just does feel like a lot of the other April O'Neil figures we've received. We've, of course, got 2 in the NECA movie line so far. And this one does feel a lot like that size-wise and stuff. Articulation-wise, of course, the arms go all the way around. You do got a single-jointed elbow, wrist side to side, hands removable, head removable, side to side, back and forth. A lot of up look and not very much down, but you can look very, very high. Big-time hair sculpt on this one, too, with the iconic white on the side. Looks really good. She does have her earrings on. Happy to report those earrings are attached. They aren't removable because those would be very easily lost. She does got those bolts in the side of her neck like Frankenstein. Has one with like a hose going all the way around, all the way into the back of her body. It does all plug in. You can't unplug this on the chest, but I don't know really why you would. But you do get a little bit of waist going on. It is limited by her... a little limited by her vest, but she's got a nice brown reporter vest underneath, tattered, beaten up, destroyed. Then it has kind of a wedding dress overlay across that. But we do get some good hip movement right there. You can get a decent split, I guess. You do get double jointed knees, but there is pins in those knees. And then you get a little side to side, of course, and then the up and down, back and forth. And she does have some big old flip-flops going on. So it's like some Frankenstein shoes, but flip-flop-esque. So that looks kind of nice. We do get very much spiders throughout this whole outfit. You got spiders everywhere to go along with that one spider there. I guess that's the mother spider, and these are the baby spiders throughout her body. So that is nice attention to detail. You get stitching throughout, of course, the blue skin. Stitching, you can really notice it on the legs, of course. Then she is wrapped, very mummy-esque, I guess you would say. Wrapped on her chest, wrapped on her arms and her legs. But interesting looking figure for sure. And it makes sense. Who else is going to be the Bride of Frankenstein? I think April's the only one that's going to fill that gap. Is it the best one of the line? I don't think so, but it does pose around. It does feel pretty good in hand, but it does feel a little closer to human, which makes sense because she is a human, where the other ones are just very big, beefy, turtle-like, except for Mikey. He's a little smaller. Does she fit on a ringside stand? How about we check that out? Because I think you're going to need a stand for her. And she fits perfectly on the WWE Mattel ringside stands. She fits great on those. So if you need a stand for her, because we know the other April O'Neil figures all came with a stand, this one does not. Let's see how well she can stand by herself. I think it might be a little tough to get her to stand. Oh, it can be done. It can be done. I just proved it right here. But if you do need a stand, you got that option there. But not bad. This is one I could see kind of growing on me, and it probably looks better with her cohorts in the line. Speaking of, let's grab Raphael as Frankenstein. Let's put these guys together. Of course, Raph is going to be way bigger. Maybe not height-wise, but definitely thickness, size, everything else. So I think you really need these two. I can't imagine buying one and not the other. They just kind of go together in my eyes. But for me, I'm buying the whole set, so maybe you are too. But definitely looks okay there together. And of course, we've got other April. Here's this one from, I think it was the Farm 2-pack, so you can kind of see what's going on there. Judith Hoag, the actress that played April, she's getting a lot of use out of her figures from NECA for sure. And then we got the April that started it all, of course. You can possibly find these still at your Target or your Walmarts, not Targets, if you are looking. But you can kind of see the Murder's Row lineup right here. Not too bad, not too bad. That's what I'm going to say. I like this April more than I thought. And as we always say here on the channel, better than expected is always a really good thing. They are hitting Target stores right now, but like I said, Entertainment Earth should have very shortly. And you can save 10% once this bad boy, or gal in this case, does go in stock. But not too shabby. I'm ready for the rest of this line. I'm ready to see what they're going to do with Casey Jones, Shredder, some of the other ones. We know Van Helsing Splinter is right around the corner. That should be an interesting one. I'm not sold on the Invisible Man, but we'll see. Maybe like the Mummy, it'll be a little bit better in hand. But a cool stuff, and of course it's getting closer and closer to the Halloween season, and I can see some people using these as part of Halloween displays in their house, which makes a lot of sense if you ask me. But not too shabby on the old April O'Neil as Bride of Frankenstein. But what say you guys out there in YouTube land? All in, all out, thinking about it, playing the long game, going to Entertainment Earth? Let me know in the comments down below your thought on the April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein and the entire Universal Monster line. And who would you like to see? Who's going to be the creature from the Black Lagoon? That's the one I really want to see. But you could really book a lot of different cool ones, I think, over the years. So we'll see what happens with all that. And we'll see how long this line goes, too. How deep and how long of legs is this line going to have? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll find out together in the near future. But make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We got videos every single day, as you guys know. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video every single day. You can also follow along on Patreon for bonus content, early access to videos, and of course, month-long giveaways every single month. And best of all, you do support the channel. You can support the channel over there at ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. And don't forget about social media, SirPaul64 on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for April O'Neil as the Bride of Frankenstein, I am Kyle, and I'll see you guys all real soon.